thing. They also have a complaint that Rupashri was pointing out that they want to go ahead and give to the Lieutenant Governor. Let's just try and listen in what's happening there. So those are the protests which are happening outside the CBI headquarters here in the national capital, as Rupashri Nanda reported that some kind of evidence is being presented, but it's a swarm of allegations which the Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, the two key political parties here in the national capital, are making against each other. Corruption on the part of LG when he was in a particular government office. That's what the Aam Aadmi Party is accusing him of. The important bit to note here that Rupashri also said is that these allegations are not being made indirectly or being put out in the media without really attributing to the official sources or spokesperson. It's Mr. Manish Sisodia himself, it's the Delhi Chief Minister himself who are putting out these statements in social media, on Twitter, issuing statements like Atishi and Saurabh Bharadwaj have. They're also saying that we are MLAs, you can take our statement on record. This is clearly in politics of a direct confrontation that the Aam Aadmi Party is taking. Once again, cutting back to Rupashri, who's with us on the broadcast. Rupashri, in the last few weeks and months, as we've tracked this entire friction between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, AAP seems to have adopted a tone and tenor of direct confrontation. They are not shying away from a political contest. They are not shying away in this war of discourse which is being built in. And they're saying, if you are saying that we've done these scams without really putting out much evidence, we're going to do the same.
Well, as I have been pointing out repeatedly, Aam Aadmi Party is essentially fighting with its back to the wall. Aam Aadmi Party is, under challenge now from the BJP on its core, issue of anti-corruption. And BJP is trying to hurt the Aam Aadmi Party where it would hurt the Aam Aadmi Party the most. Yes. That is, try and convey this message to the people of Delhi and the country that Aam Aadmi Party is also no different from any other political party. Now, which is why Arvind Kejriwal himself actually has hit back very, very strongly, and Aam Aadmi Party is not holding back any punches. Every time they get an opportunity, they are very, very quick to retaliate. I remember after the 14-hour raid by the CBI on Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's residence, when CBI went back and the information trickled out that they had seized Manish Sisodia's phone and his laptop, but there was nothing else, that was incriminating. So Arvind Kejriwal immediately, made that point that CBI raided Manish Sisodia's house for 14 hours. What has the CBI got? So similarly, like even yesterday when they raided the locker, Manish Sisodia was himself present, his wife was also present in the Punjab National Bank, and the CBI went through Manish Sisodia's lockers, and again, as no information has come out that the CBI has found anything that is illegal, unaccounted for, any jewelry, any cash or any Benami land deeds. So essentially, Aam Aadmi Party also is trying to, occupy the space of being the underdog who is being attacked consistently by the BJP, and Aam Aadmi Party leaders consistently make this point that BJP claims itself to be the world's largest party. It has a government in 18 states across the country, and look at how petty the BJP is. It cannot bear what Aam Aadmi Party feels according to its own leaders, the rising popularity of Arvind Kejriwal. But within all this, also remember that there are two crucial state elections coming up at the end of the year, Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat, and Aam Aadmi Party has very high stakes in both the states, and Aam Aadmi Party is going all out to make a dent in the Gujarat elections. Gujarat elections have always been bipolar between the Congress and the BJP, but as per latest report, it may very well turn out to be a triangular contest, with the Aam Aadmi Party making a very strong pitch. In the month of August alone, Arvind Kejriwal has visited Gujarat 5 times. And in fact, it was Gujarat, the battleground state, where Arvind Kejriwal actually put up the strong defense of Manish Sisodia. Earlier in Aam Aadmi Party's posters, we never saw Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia being placed at the same level. But when Manish Sisodia actually landed in Gujarat post the CBI raids, from the airport itself, we saw posters with Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia together. And that was the sort of leitmotif that was repeated throughout this 2-day stay over there. And it was in Gujarat where Manish Sisodia opened up about the CBI raids, what he went through, what the CBI did, what did the CBI find, and what, according to him, were the reasons that he has come under the scanner of the CBI. And Arvind Kejriwal was also put that question. Everybody is asking this question. as to whether if Aam Aadmi Party has any proof, why does it not put it out in public domain? So in the press conference in Ahmedabad, Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia were asked this question by a journalist that ये अब तो ये आर पार की लड़ाई है, अगर आपके पास सबूत है तो आप नाम क्यों नहीं बता देते? And to that the response was that we will tell you when the time comes. So Aam Aadmi Party also not revealing all the cards that it has.
And you know, Rupashri, as we talk about the strategy that the Aam Aadmi Party has adopted, you're saying that they have their back towards the wall. They also have a lot to look forward to in a state like Gujarat after forming government in the state of Punjab. This is a party which is looking to expand across the country. And you rightly said that the BJP is hitting them where it hurts the most, which is their entire image, their entire positioning as a party which has integrity and honesty. ईमानदार नेता हैं आम आदमी पार्टी में. Arvind Kejriwal says that again and again, and the BJP is very quick to take jibes on that entire issue. As far as this entire issue is concerned, with the Lieutenant Governor saying, I'm going to take legal action against them, I'll file suits for defamation. I'm pretty sure that the Aam Aadmi Party leaders and their entire legal team is aware of the fact that defamation notices can be served to them. So when a Manish Sisodia is tweeting out or an Arvind Kejriwal is tweeting out these allegations, they are perhaps prepared to take this war forward in the court of law.
Well, absolutely. Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, all the Aam Aadmi Party leaders are absolutely prepared to see this fight to the finish. Like I've been pointing out earlier also, when we talk about how prepared Aam Aadmi Party is in order to deal with this current crisis, then many of these MLAs have actually told us that there's nothing that we have to be prepared for. We only have to be prepared to go to jail, and that we are prepared to go to jail. But remember, it is not that easy. It is not that easy also for the CBI to simply arrest Manish Sisodia if it does not have evidence, or if it feels that it cannot have or does not have the evidence yet to defend that arrest in a court of law, because finally it will be the court of law which will pronounce a verdict about whether Sisodia is guilty or innocent. If indeed a case is finally registered, a charge sheet is filed, and the case actually lands up in the court of law. As of now, that has not happened. We keep hearing that ED is going to file a case, but ED has not filed any case yet. So essentially, Aam Aadmi Party over here trying to make the best of the time that it has gathered before Manish Sisodia is actually arrested. In fact, even yesterday when Arvind Kejriwal spoke to the media, where they had gone to inaugurate a 300-bedded hospital, over there also he actually said that it will be 7 to 10 days before Manish Sisodia will be arrested. That is the kind of mood here within the Aam Aadmi Party.
And Rupashri, I'll keep coming back to you. Please stay with us on the broadcast. We are staying with these visuals that Rupashri and our camera person is getting us from the ground outside the CBI headquarters here in the national capital. Top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party. You have Atishi, you have Sanjay Singh, and you have other big leaders who are sitting there on a dharna. These are well-known MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party.